Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Tuesday to you all. Hopefully, your weeks are going nicely. Or if you're watching this at another point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We continue with the latest drop from Mr. Kang Daniel. Of course, he has now moved labels following all of the stuff that happened with Connect Entertainment, unfortunately. But he has dropped a new music. We have checked out the title track. The title track was actually quite a good time indeed. Very clever song. A very, very clever song. And now we have the B-sides off of his latest Act EP to check out. It looks like, I've got the album credits pulled up on the side, exactly how we did with the Realize album last year. It's a 6-track mini, but only 5 are on streaming platforms. 6 is a physical exclusive, which I wonder if I can actually if someone's ripped that onto YouTube yet. It doesn't look like it. That's okay. We'll deal with it. So I guess we'll be checking out 4 new B-sides rather than 5. I bet your love isn't. No one has ripped it onto YouTube yet. That is a-okay. I'm very excited to jump into this for a couple of reasons. One, it's been a hot minute since we've had Kang Daniel on the channel. Of course, Realize was a long time ago at this point, and well, having an artist move labels oftentimes means we get a switch in sound, right? And considering, Wasteland, SOS, the whole Realize album was all done at his own company, I reckon the creative process is going to be a little bit different. So now that he is at a brand new company now, I think, what was it, ARA, right? And I want to see if that kind of new sound that we got from Electric Shock, I don't know if it's new or not, but to me it's very new. I want to know if that new sound from Electric Shock carried over into the rest of the album or not. So, well, let's just jump right into it. Roll intro! Right, so let's get started sharpish, shall we? Track number 1, Losing Myself. Lyrics by Kang Daniel, Chamain, and Purple. Composition, Alvin Chen, Chando Yun, Michael Lanza. Arranged by Null, Chando, and Michael Lanza. A lot of new names, actually. In fact, there might be all new names. Ooh. But I do like that Mr. Kang Daniel is on lyrics. Unfortunately, we don't have lyric videos, so you can't really appreciate the lyrics. I can only apologize on that front, and I can't make them out because I don't know Korean that well. So, let's go. I'm already on board with that chugging guitar part, but I want to see where it goes. Lost in the dark, show me the light. I gotta get out of my Oh, this is is it a 2-stage drop? Oh, hello! Oh, I'm so here for this. I grew up on rock music, like 80s rock music, so any guitar rock influence is gonna get to me. Also has a huge EDM influence as well. Brings me back to my high school days, like 12 years ago. Oh god. This pre-chorus is so cool. Because this is technically still pre-chorus. It just has 2 of them. And the style switches very slowly within the second one. Oh my goodness. And then we just send it straight back to that guitar beat. Wow. That was cool. I love stuff like this where it plays with your perception on what the song is going to sound like, especially on first listen. Like, right at the beginning of Losing Myself, you get that guitar beat, really nice low guitar beat, crispy, just chugging along. I'm thinking, oh, are we gonna get a little bit of like a rock anthem banger? Already I'm on board with it. I love a good rock sound like that. Then you have that pre-chorus, drops down really nicely, it sets itself up really nicely, rises up, then when you think the drop happens, then you get pre-chorus 2, and in that second pre-chorus, you get the intensity again. It's like, what's a good analogy for that? It's like one of those fireworks where, or if you've ever stood by where they launch fireworks, and it's like you're able to see the, it's not a fuse, but you're able to see the people get the, firework cannon ready. And then when that first pre-chorus drops, it's them, prepping the machines, getting the wire connected, flipping all the switches and stuff. And then when the first drop ends, it's when they hit the launch button and you see everything go boom. But that's not when the firework goes off, right? The firework goes off, hundreds of feet in the air. That first drop is like the preparation up until they launch the firework, and then the second drop is when the firework actually goes up in the air, and when the chorus comes around, boom, that's when the firework goes off. I just think that's so cool, especially because they're able to switch the genres so effortlessly. Hey, we went from a nice heavy chugging guitar-based kind of banger into a proper, nice and heavy, although slightly slower EDM drop that goes in. And it feels so effortless. It feels so seamless how they just switch it into that new genre. And then, of course, once that big kind of firework display finishes, everything dissipates, we go back into that soul chugging guitar part again, and we just rinse and repeat again the second time. Oh, that was fun. And that is a great way to start the album. Like, if you're going to start off with the big impact, like, heavy hitter, yeah, Losing Myself is a great way to start it. Ooh. Okay. YouTube already moved on for us, so let's keep our moving. Track number 2, Get Loose. Lyrics by Kang Daniel, No Day, and Risky Pizza. No Day and Risky Pizza on composition. Risky Pizza, Glow Ocean, and No Day on arrangement. We sticking in Electro Land a little bit? Although having said that, Losing Myself didn't have a switch, so I'm not gonna pass judgment too early. I like that the vocal chops are still around for the instrumental section though. Oh, halftime. Was not expecting it to be halftime. I thought it was gonna ride this quick beat all the way through. Because especially with this very faint hi-hat going, you almost expect it to be just kind of quick and run through it, but yeah, it drops it into halftime for the chorus. Interesting play. a part of me was kind of hoping, not kind of hoping, was really hoping that we would get a double time final chorus, but I guess not. That's okay. You better just set it up, get loose. Oh yeah, get loose, get loose. Get loose, get loose, get loose, get loose. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Composition-wise, or composition style-wise, it's a little bit different. I think the instrumental choice and just the overall sound style for this entire song is, again, it's kind of one of those songs where, kind of like with Electric Shock, and even same with Losing Myself as well, but Get Loose doesn't shy away from doing anything. Like, it doesn't half-ass anything. And for Get Loose, it's digital work. And what I like and what I appreciate about Get Loose is the fact that even though there's so much digital work going on in the song, like, it's, you know, all of the synthesizers, you have kind of a perpetual vocal chop section that's like a second instrumental. You have that digital beat going, and yet they left the main vocal part for the, like, I won't say unaltered, but they've left the tone of it pretty much natural. Like, they haven't done any complicated like vocal warble or anything artificial's been added to it apart from, you know, reverb, stuff like that. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is they haven't auto-tuned his vocal like to match the amount of digital work that's gone in the rest of the song. For me, I've never been a big fan of heavy auto-tune. I think, especially if I know what the raw vocal of the person who's performing it sounds like, it takes away from the charm of it. But if they're going to do it in the instrumental section, I don't mind it. In fact, if they're going to do a digital instrumental section, I want them to go full into the digital section, kind of like what Get Loose does. It's like, they understand that this is going to be a very digital heavy song. So they went very digital heavy on the instrumental side of things. Vocally, apart from the vocal chops, is just Kang Daniel on vocals. I appreciate that so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you, music team. Right. Track number 3 would have been Electric Shock. The title track, of course, we checked that out already. So we're not going to listen to it here. But let me read off the credits real quickly. So, track number 3, Electric Shock, lyrics by Kang Daniel. Lee Sung-yu, Kim Gil-young, An Young-ju, and Hesa from MUMW alongside HML. Composition, Alvin Chen, Chando Yoon, Michael Lanza, and Damn Boy, with Noel Chando, Michael Lanza, and Purple on arrangement, which now moves us forward onto track number 4. It's the next B-side, Come Back to Me, featuring Miss Chungha. Lyrics by Kang Daniel, Chungha, Alvin Chen, Chando Yoon, Michael Lanza, and Damn Boy. Composition, Alvin Chen, Chando Yoon, Michael Lanza, and Damn Boy, with Noel Chando, Michael Lanza, and Damn Boy on arrangement. I'm lost inside a daydream, too long, just me against your word, I'm not so strong. I'm thinking about the times you lift me up. You always in my heart when things get rough. Not giving up your love for now. Do we get a little bit of extra little grit in Kang Daniel's voice here? I also love the tone he's using on the song so far. To come back to me, I need to feel your ecstasy, because you're always been my destiny. Come back to me, come back to me. I like the pluckiness of it, but I like how light it is as well. Like, I was kind of expecting almost like Chungha's Dream of You types of heavy. It's really delicate.
let's turn back the time. Yeah, we had better days. Right now it's just a phase. Give me a sign, 'cause you're everything that I'm missing. Not giving up your love for nothing. Deep in my heart, I know there's something real. Where did you go? I don't wanna lose you now. I don't wanna lose no one.
That constantly moving guitar part is also really kind of monumental in pushing that light agenda of the song. So that's almost like a wind chime twinkle to it. I also really love that even though Kang Daniel and Chungha have very different voices, they both sound just so locked in on the song. It doesn't really feel like a feature song to me. It feels like a duet song to me. I thought that was gonna end right after the second chorus. Thank you, bridge.
You know I still want you. Don't let me go. I'll be right here. I need you to come back to me. I need to feel your ecstasy.
And I think one of the reasons why it works so well is apart from like this final chorus with all the ad-libs, it's quite a low song vocally. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's just another really nice and easy song to listen to. As like a follow-up to Electric Shock, I think it's actually quite nice. Electric Shock has that really prominent heaviness that you get from the constantly growing bass throughout the song. But Come Back to Me has that kind of similar, I guess progression is the right word I'm trying to think of here. Like the song develops throughout every single verse. It's just this time, first verse is Mr. Kang Daniel on lead, and then second verse is Miss Chungha on lead. But, you know, the song slowly grows and it evolves into this big release of a chorus. Except this time, it's not bass that's taking the prominence, it's that kind of plucky middle bits and the higher synthesizers and stuff. And I think that's really nice. Nothing, like, jumping out at you, meant to surprise you or scare you. The song just kind of goes. And that's really nice. And it kind of reminds me of, I don't know how many of you are going to get this reference or know the artist, but there's a DJ called Digital Farm Animals that does a lot of kind of lighter, pluckier stuff. It reminds me a lot of their style of EDM. And this sound coming out of K-pop, it's like K-pop and you know, the various genres of EDM have been like this for a long time, but I feel like you don't really get a lot of lighter EDM stuff. Like, sure, you get some, you know, tropical house during the summer and stuff, but this is a very gentle EDM song, and I feel like not many K-pop artists go to this direction when it comes to EDM. Like, you'll get some of your heavier stuff, and I think, you know, a lot of more kind of dance-oriented artists will lean into the heavier EDM stuff. Like, even Chungha herself has done a lot of heavier EDM based stuff. Like, Dream of You with Rehab comes to mind. But gentle EDM really works, and I wish more artists did it, because I think you can get some really cool, pretty stuff out of it, and, you know, get some really cool produce alumni collabs like this going on too. Oh, I really like that. That one might be a sleeper pick for me. Now, this is the final song on the album listen today. Of course, if you have the physical CD version of it, or if you wait long enough and someone might have ripped it onto YouTube, there is one more song on this album. Fortunately, I don't have access to that, so we're only going to be doing this song today. So, track number 5, titled 9 Lives, lyrics by Kang Daniel, Knave, Solhee, and Young of MUMW. Composition, Alvin Chen, Knave, Chando Yoon, Michael Lanza, with Noel Chando and Michael Lanza on arrangement. I wonder if we're gonna get that plucky synth back again. Because if that's the case, this will be a full EDM album. Well, full EDM-ish album with no ballad. Love the build. Oh, hello. Hold on, I need this louder in my ears, please. So yeah, it's a full EDM-ish album. Cool. And admittedly, I don't know what he's singing about, but Nine Lives just sonically has this kind of hopeful feeling to it that I really like. It's super, almost like heartwarming in a way. I was trying to figure out if we had perpetual vocal harmonies to that chorus. I'm pretty sure we did. That's tasty. Oh, emphasize the punch-ins there. Hell yes. And like trying to pick up as much English as I can understand from the chorus, it definitely has like a I'm still here attitude to it. Oh, that went by so fast. Even though it was over 3 minutes, that went by so fast. Aw. But, you know what? Even though we do have one more song on the album, even just after these 5 songs in the album, Nine Lives feels like it's in exactly the right place on the album. Like, it's a little bit softer on the ears. Sure, it's a nice and firm EDM song, but, you know, the pacing's a little bit slower. It doesn't have, like, the big earth-shattering 808s in the background. Everything's nice and contained and a little bit on the gentler side, and just like sonically it feels a little bit gentler as well. And from what I can make out, I love the attitude behind it. Like, I'm still here. I got 9 lives. I'm still here. We're going again. And you know, considering the past, admittedly, I don't know what his full history is like since 101. Right? Kang Daniel was 101, right? Yes. I thought I just made myself look like a right old idiot, and that he was part of X1. No, that's Woods I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah, like, he's been around for a long time now, and I feel like from what I've read, and while, you know, Connect Entertainment was going through all that nonsense, that he hasn't been dealt the friendliest hand when it comes to his solo career, but you know, he's still here, isn't he? He's dropping new music. We're going again. And I feel like 9 Lives really is a good representation of that. Plus, the song is just really good, too. Like, I'm not gonna... I love a nice, hard-hitting EDM song, like, you know, like on this album, Losing Myself. like any EDM head out there, but I think Nine Lives fills the, like, ticks all the boxes of things that I like from both an EDM side of things, but also from like a ballad slash anthem side of things as well. It's got that kind of emotional value behind it, and admittedly, maybe it's because I know a little bit of the context too, but it just, it feels like it covers a few different styles of music, all of them made for like the last song on an album. Like, it's not the big encore, you know, finale, one more for the road party song, but it's got the softness and the vulnerability of like a ballad just packaged in EDM form, and I love that. Ooh. Now, longtime fans of Mr. Daniel will have to inform me whether this is sonically anything like what he's done previously, because I am really not well versed when it comes to his music at all. But what, even if this is new, or if this is kind of like a return to an older sound of his, I like EDM Kang Daniel. He's got a really like wide range in his voice, but even with that wide range in vocals, I still really like his voice on kind of more digital based stuff, because I think you can really show off that vocal range, so to speak. Because, like, you know, Come Back to Me, getting a little bit lower in the vocals until you get to the final chorus. Like, Nine Lives, you felt a little bit more of that raw vocal of his. Losing Myself, getting that, not thinner voice, but you get like certain parts where it's a little bit airy. Electric Shock, you get a pretty wide range in vocals on that one as well, but it's all packaged in like a digital bass instrumental part, and it really works for me. I'm mightily impressed by that. Ooh. Ooh. I enjoyed that quite a bit. B-side of the album, probably Losing Myself for Nine Lives, although Come Back to Me is a close, I guess, third in this case. And I might actually prefer Losing Myself in Nine Lives over the title track after first listen. We'll let that one marinate, but in terms of B-side of the album, this album is bookended by B-side of the album for me, Losing Myself in Nine Lives, so. Cool stuff indeed. But that is where I am going to leave it for today with Mr. Kang Daniel. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.